We are live.
What's going on, lads and lasses? It's the Unkindness of Idiot. This is our podcast. Today it's me, Phoenix, being your host. We're joined with some lovely fellow members. Hello, Sengoku.
Hello, Phoenix.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing very Canadian today.
Good to hear. We're also joined by Oz.
Hello there.
Did you just get abducted by aliens?
Yep. I'm the alien. I abducted myself. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye.
How are you doing? Besides diving into insanity.
I'm goddamn going insane. Besides diving into insanity, I'm alright. I'm sick, actually. I've been sick for like the past 2 days, and I'm dying.
You have Sky.
Hello there.
How are you?
So,
Good answer.
Good to know. Great answer. We have lovable Wiet.
It's good. Good to see everybody. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm feeling good today. Feeling
Good.
bubbly.
Extremely
This is
high
usually-
energy.
Yeah.
Woo!
This is the part where we just shoot the shit for a bit, though. Talk about what's going on with us. Interesting topics we've heard about.
Oh yeah. So, for those who, like myself, are in the know in the world of prisoners and their histories and what they're up to, the Alaskan Avenger, Burkowski, or however you pronounce it, as of 2 days ago, he was let out on parole, and is now working with a health and drug recovery group, helping people who are addicted, as well as trying to not only come over recovery but come out of prison and have a good life for themselves. For those who don't know, the Alaskan Avenger, he beat the ever-living shit out of 4 pedophiles who were trying to find children with a hammer.
wow.
Yeah, he used the registry, that special little registry, to go say hi to these fine human beings with a hammer. And he's been put away for a long period of time. He's reflected on the things he's done. And for the courts, he told them that he was totally sorry for what he did, that he felt so bad, so very, very bad about the awesome thing that he did. And because of him, Alaska actually has now some of the most effective anti bad touch diddlers laws in the States. Not just because of its proximity to Canada, because it's literally in Canada. But no, yeah, he's free now, and he's with a great group of people that are going to help him, and he's going to help a lot of good people. So there's actually, whatever your feelings about a person who's hunting down creepos online, he's devoted his life away from using physical acts of violence to instead helping people recover mentally and physically throughout Alaska. He's now he's been devoting the last few years of his life to these projects while on the inside, actually leading a recovery coaching group while on the inside. Some were saying, oh, it's because he wanted to get out. He actually said himself, whether I get out or not, it does not matter to me. I did what had to be done, and being free is a good feeling, and to do more for my people without the need of violence means more to me. But for those, now that he's out, he's like, but now that I get to speak my mind, the amount that I regret what has happened is largely exaggerated, which I think is the best way to put that ever. But no, yeah, this guy who really does mean well for his people, really loves his state and loves the people in it. He's now going to be able to do a lot of good things for a lot of people. and I'm very happy. I am not speaking for the whole channel. I personally, if you do those kinds of things, you deserve a measure of punishment that may go more than 5 years on house arrest. You shouldn't be doing things like that with people, kids, adults, anything like that. You monster. But what I'm happier about is that a good person is wanting to do more good things in our society, and we should all be thankful and proud of that fact. I still am under the belief that our prison system is really whack, and that there's a lot of good people who are in there that are just getting screwed over by situations between themselves, especially any prisoner who's still in prison for marijuana offenses. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So, if you haven't, and if you know, Last Prisoner Project, their whole job is that direction, getting less prisoners inside of jail cells and more drug release and more drug help, from crystal meth to marijuana. Getting these people, whether they're still in prison or not, getting them the medical help they need to live a more productive life when they get on the outside. That is something always worth donating to. Trust me, they're not all big scary motherfuckers. Most of them are just people living their lives, and they made one bad mistake. Don't destroy the rest of their lives for one thing they did, unless they murdered somebody. That's a conversation there. But we're talking about drug offenses, and beating the shit out of people. Anyway, that's my thing. I'm happy that there's one more good person who really does want to do good things available in the world.
Yeah, the only thing that's worrying about those guys, because there's a ton of pedophile hunters online.
Yeah, it is bad.
Is a bunch of them have just beat up random people.
Yep.
They've just been oh, this guy's a pedophile, and it's his neighbor or something, and just some person who has nothing to do with the scenario, and that's why it's
absolutely,
you should probably leave it for the professionals.
Yeah, and I completely agree. We should let the police take care of the situation, but and I hate bringing this up now that you brought that up, a young girl less than a week ago, going forward about the fact that her uncle has been doing awful things to her for years, and the man only receives 5 years house arrest and only 10 years on the bad touch list, and then is taken off of it. For years of her suffering, there needs to be, in my opinion, stricter sentencing. Otherwise, these people who go and beat the shit out of them, I don't always feel bad. I feel bad about the people who did nothing, and I don't think that these people should just go out and just start beating the shit out of anybody. That's not fair to anyone. But
and we've said it before about other things. If you have a YouTube channel dedicated to it, you're probably an asshole.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have a YouTube channel dedicated to finding pedophiles, you're doing it for clout. You're not trying to help anyone. You just really want to be a hero. So there's a fundamental difference between someone who's just genuinely trying to help someone.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. There is a good way to do things, and there's a terrible way to do things. And that's why you should support our Lord, our Savior, Mr. Hanson.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Who does it the legal way with the actual police.
And that's what I meant by leave it to the professionals. Leave it to Chris Hansen. You'll take care of it.
Exactly.
Oh, I know who you are.
Take down with Chris Hansen, praise him.
See where I come from. We call you Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen from
There's a weird Boondocks video.
Yeah.
Episode.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh my Christ.
Phoenix,
no, go ahead. What was his name?
I think his name was Doug.
That's not correct.
Doug the bounty hunter was a pedophile? Is that what you're saying?
What?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean,
He is already a racist piece of shit, so it's not that...
Oh my god, the amount of memes I saw when,
I don't know how many weeks ago this was. Time is a fucking human construct. I don't give a shit anymore. They put Putin on like the like most wanted list for like the World Health some organization, whatever. I don't remember the exact, but there's a bunch of memes after he was a wanted criminal where they're like, "We got to send in Dog the Bounty Hunter," and those are great memes. That's mostly been my week. Sick memes and Conan.
So what you're saying is sick and sick memes?
Yes, I guess.
Sengoku and Phoenix. One after the other. How's your week been? I know Sengoku already went, but
One
I
after
didn't know if
another.
there's anything fascinating going on.
I need you both to go at the exact same time, but I need your weeks to line up perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, Phoenix, Monday.
I exist in agony.
Same.
Wow, you guys are so similar.
No, yeah, my week's been pretty simple. I mean, I actually had the some time off this weekend, so I got together with family for Easter. Went to go see a hockey game. That was sort of meaningless because the team is out of the playoffs, but my team's not. So they're going to be playing in a couple weeks, which is exciting for me.
The Maple Leafs, right?
Yeah, they're in the playoffs, so
Nice.
So I'm excited to see them lose in the first round like they always do.
Yeah,
so that's going to be great.
So no joke, that's exactly what Ryan, my other Canadian friend, he literally said, yeah, the Maple Leafs are going to lose in the first fucking go.
Yeah, that's my life is pain. I wasn't joking. And every year after the playoffs are done, I'm like, I'm not going to care about this. Like, I won't care. And then every year I watch all 82 games like an idiot because I hate myself.
You're just invested, whether it's good for you or not.
Yeah. But otherwise just got to hang out with the family and stuff. And in Canadian news, there was a white moose spotted.
Oh,
so
shit.
That's pretty exciting. It's a super sacred moose that's been spotted wandering around, which is kind of badass.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Sky?
I mean, same old, same old. Just kind of, not much. Mostly playing Conan.
No.
And you can join us on Conan.
Just $5.99 a month. If you right here on Blood, of course.
Wait,
just
you're
standard
getting
practice.
charged? Scandal.
You sign right here on the bottom of this contract. It needs to be your blood, but that's just technicality. You can play on Conan with us for the low price of one soul. Woo! Yep.
Uh-huh.
That's all I need from you. I don't know what you. Oh God.
Give us your blood.
Is that Dracula?
Oh God.
Is that Dracula?
Is that there Dracula? Is that the one with the fangs? I always forget.
I knew he liked sucking. I just didn't know he was on Brokeback Tooth. It's funnier in my head. I'm sorry.
You should be.
In my head.
Roaming on to me, despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in the cage.
The movies have been great lately. It felt like there was a really long dry spell there for a bit, where not a single good movie was coming out at all ever. And now we've got the D&D movie, we've got John Wick, we've got the Mario movie was actually really good. There's the new Exorcist movie with Russell Crowe. That one's coming out. That one looks really good.
I looked at that one. I was like, you know what? This might work. I've been scorned by this kind of stuff before, but this one actually looks like it could be good. I can agree. He just keeps going outside. Yeah, I do agree. It looks good.
I don't understand it. It looks good. 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 It looks good.
I mean, yeah, the D&D movie was good. If you say Super Mario was good, maybe I'll check it out. But it didn't look good. That's for sure.
I've heard the only people really complain about it. Like, people have liked it. Again, I'm gonna judge it on my own merit. I haven't seen anything really about it. I've barely seen the trailers. But the common thing is that people have been constantly conflicted about the voice actors. The story is apparently really fun, but like the people they got to do all the voices, except for one person in particular.
Obviously.
One of those was fucking flawless.
Everybody agrees that Jack Black as Bowser is a lot of fun.
My girlfriend was actually upset. She wanted to start a petition that going forward the D&D movie should have Jack Black as the bard.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, how dare they not put Jack Black in this movie? And
I mean, if you want to watch Jack Black play D&D, that's a YouTube video.
Mm.
Yeah. He's
Who did
not
he play with? He played with Terry Crews, didn't he?
Yep. Him. They all played a World of Warcraft version of it. Because they all played World of Warcraft together. That's not even a joke. Terry Crews played World of Warcraft with Jack motherfucking Black. They were in a fucking clan together. Fucking crazy.
Small world.
Yep. It's almost as awesome as... Well, I mean, it's much cooler because they actually played it, but Mr. T and his Night Elf Mohawk grenades always made... That commercial always made me die laughing.
It's pretty great.
So anyways, Adolf Hitler...
That's a weird segue.
I don't like where this is going. I would like veto.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the
Change.
word you're looking for is change.
Mm-hmm.
So, Phoenix. Are you fucking villager from Minecraft now? What the fuck? How are you feeling? You feel good today? I know Monday apparently blew cock.
I have had so much fun with you guys. You have made this month so much better.
I love you.
Every fucking inconvenience under the sun has been hitting me, and I will not go into detail about it.
Right.
But I have just been hit with so much shit within the last 3 weeks.
But you persevere. Because you are strong. You are a mighty warrior with an unbreakable will.
Like a woman, you must push when you're pregnant. You gotta push.
You ruined it. Damn
Mm-hmm.
it. I would like to start a petition to shut the fuck up out of Wyatt. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nay.
I.
The ayes have it. Wyatt, shut the fuck up. Alright. Someone say change?
Maybe.
Wyatt, tell me your life story in gory detail.
So the moment I crawled from my
Now
mother,
shut the fuck
I
up.
punched...
It doesn't matter who birthed you.
It doesn't matter what you think. The rock, the black cock, the strong.
Sounds like the Rock is having a strong...
Yeah. It's the most electrifying stroke in sports entertainment, though.
I
That would be such a sad. like the Rock is giving, and he's doing like the arm flailing. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm Dwayne the Rock. Fuck the Jack.
I think he's doing the people's elbow. I don't think
just
so.
drops out and starts like convulsing on the floor. Well, that's a new move. What's that one called?
It's called the Wayne Gretzky.
Call the ambulance.
It's called hitting rock bottom.
What were we talking about? I lost track.
I believe you lost the line.
Well, originally we're asking Phoenix how he's doing, and he was telling us how great we are, and then we spiraled.
You know what happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm. In other news, the Auto Police released a list of 911 calls they received.
Oh, hell yeah.
And one of my favorites is a person called 911 wanting a barista arrested for putting sugar in their coffee because they feel it was done maliciously.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, they were like, this person put sugar in and I didn't want sugar, but I think they did it on purpose. Arrest this barista.
I have to imagine, like, in my head when you said that, they asked for sugar. So, like, yeah, actually, I didn't get any sugar. Can you put some sugar in this? And they're like, tear open a sugar packet and, like, pour it in while staring them deep in the eyes, just angry, then give it back to them.
And I mean, I totally buy it. Like, I've had people, like, want to, like, they called the police because we wouldn't do a refund of $9 to them. And they were like, they had an emotional, they were in such emotional distress, they wanted an ambulance, and it was like, this person is a waking nightmare. Like, they're a plague. So I believe all of these things really did happen.
That is people.
Mhm.
People suck.
There was another one where a spouse called because, or a wife called because her spouse wouldn't keep to the agreed schedule of who gets to sleep alone in the master bedroom. Which is that just sounds like, the healthiest relationship,
You know?
Oh, there's a good one here. An upset 5-year-old called because her 3-year-old sister wasn't learning how to potty train properly.
Hey, that's important, okay?
I just, what the fuck?
Call SWAT in.
SWAT in, SWAT out.
So yeah, how are your local police forces doing?
Killing people, a variety of... Okay, I'm gonna stop. Enforcing laws that are quite problematic and constantly denigrating women and minorities.
Oh yeah, I forgot your country's going back to the 1800s.
Yep. We are rapidly descending. Eventually, we'll get to the 1690s, and I'll get to wear my Puritan outfit.
I mean, at least you get buckles on your hat. That's pretty sweet.
I mean, you got and flintlock rifles. I use my musket for home defense.
Hey, yep, there it is.
That's exactly.
We'll
Be
recite
the
the whole
Damonist
thing
war.
right here and now.
All women be demons. They cuth upon thy sotter. They come upon ye.
Ah yes, Irish Puritans.
That's how.
Interesting.
That's how they sounded. Look it up. I'm dead serious.
I don't want to look it up. I'd rather just not look it up. I'll just go base it on the movie version of The Crucible.
The movie version of The Crucible. Watch the movie The Witch. It is fucking scary as fuck. I genuinely love that movie. It's very scary.
Which movie?
The Witch.
Witch or The Vitch. VV. Vitch.
Yeah,
The
that's,
Witch.
that's what I asked. Which movie?
I see. You son of a bitch.
I've become
Robert
Oz.
Oh yeah. Robert
No,
Eggers,
no.
the director. Go ahead.
You're not me until you absolutely fucking destroy someone
Oh yeah.
with like a 5-minute setup.
No, or until every week I ask which movie.
Goober.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's
The
his name?
director of it made 3 of my favorite. You fuckers. His name is Doog.
Dave? Oh, you met Dave. Weird that everyone calls him Doog.
Which guy?
Dad.
Those are called warlocks.
True. Which is interesting, yeah. Why can't there be a male witch?
They're called warlocks.
Yeah, but why are they called warlocks?
Because they're male witches. male practitioners of the dark arts are warlocks.
In some lore, men can be called witches. Like it's an interchangeable unisex thing.
Look,
Yeah.
words are just words, man. You can use them however the fuck you want.
Don't listen to him, kids.
How far into this are we actually? How many minutes are we? We're past 5 minutes. We're good.
Yeah, we're 27 minutes in, yeah.
Yeah. Just checking.
Fuck. Motherfuck.
So you guys want to open up a restaurant?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a lot of work, but
So much work.
It is.
It's way too much work.
Are you guys ready to dedicate 60 hours a week to it? Because if you're not,
Oh yeah.
then don't do it.
That's half as much time as I donate to the channel.
Half
So
as much
much
time,
editing.
120
Half as much.
hours.
Yep,
120
120
hours.
hours a week. That's
You're-
how long I spend editing video.
You're a liar.
You can't prove anything. We are the pirates who don't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't count
You're
if
like-
you just have like the video editor open and you're just staring blankly into.
Hey, I'm working. It's just going slow.
Yeah.
Look, you're not allowed to peek into my psyche when I'm looking at the fucking video and I'm like, what the fuck edit do I want to do?
Yeah, like you.
God damn it, I'm so sick of this series. I gotta move on, but I also gotta finish the series. If anyone's wondering why there wasn't a West of Loathing video yesterday, it's because I had a mental fucking breakdown.
no.
But it's alright now. Everything is okay, because there's a new series that's gonna replace it, to be announced. Coming soon, and also it'll be shown.
Coming soon to own on a VHS near you.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. I loved that one.
There you go.
What were we talking about? What was his name?
Doug.
Yeah.
Do.
Awkward silence fills me with determination.
That wasn't silence. I was singing Doug's song.
Yeah.
That was the opening to Vampire Rosario Vampire.
No, what?
Disco lady, disco lady. What were we talking
I
about?
mean, you are right, but no. Disco lady, disco
Phoenix.
lady.
What's your favorite state?
Depression.
Same. That's not my favorite. That's just the one I'm in the most often. But
Yeah.
Well, Americans,
My favorite. Never left me.
strap in,
It's always there for me.
because tonight
I wish
we're
you would leave me the fuck alone.
Speaking of our segue,
I love
it was
those.
me, Barry.
Speaking of our segue.
Speaking of our, hey,
I was
hey, you
crying
can't mention
as
it. Nobody,
motherfucking goddamn it.
nobody mentioned this. He declared segue. We have segged and Wade. Let us move on.
You have been weighed and measured, and you have been found wanting.
Subtle
Alright.
and efficient.
That's the way I do it.
All right, Mall Cop, get us out of here. Where are we going?
We're going on a road trip from happiness to misery.
66.
Today?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
we're leaving?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Uh-huh.
I'll see you guys later. Stream's over.
But we're actually going back to the tier lists.
Back to the streets where we began. Literally, what we started the series with.
Yep.
Okay, let's move over to that studio then.
All right, and I'll just pick up the table.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll pick it up with my cock.
Giggity.
It's falling off.
You get the
Nope.
cock or the table.
You
Gosh,
got
there's one.
you got to work on your balance, hon.
Oh my
You're
god,
right, I
your
got it.
cock is a Lego brick?
My God. Yeah. Clink. Oh, it's back. Oh, don't step on it. It's my home defense weapon if they try to.
Are you a
break
duck?
it. I just whip out my dick.
Oh, I love these tears.
You asked, am I a duck? I have one thing to answer with.
Oh God.
He had that on command. He was ready for it. He was ready for it.
Mm-hmm. So our tier list here, we have at the top excellent states.
Oh hell yeah!
We have states that make the country better. Decent
Okay,
states.
nowhere in the South is what I'm hearing.
Decent states. I guess they contribute something. The world would be a better place without them. And lastly, civil war would be worth it if it meant they would leave.
Damn.
And it looks like these are alphabetical.
Ooh.
Hell yeah!
So number
That means
one is everyone's favorite state of Alabama.
My friend Tater lives there.
Tater?
Yes.
So sorry to Tater. Tater's a good person.
She's awesome.
So is this personal placings, or is this are we trying to place them based on the worldview?
Worldview? What do you mean worldview?
Yeah, worldview.
First off,
Phoenix.
Our view is the worldview. God damn it!
First off,
I
there's
mean-
no worldview on like Oregon. Like, there's
Hey,
no
there's definitely a worldview on Ohio.
Yeah, trains don't fucking work there.
Trains don't work there. It's a Cthulian place where everything goes to die.
It is
know
an
the
eldritch
memes.
abomination.
That's right, Ohio. And you know what? It's what's gonna save the world. We just gotta flood Ohio, put a bunch of fish in there, boom. World hunger solved.
Well, we're not talking about Ohio yet. We'll get there when we get there.
One day.
Like we're in a car. But first, okay.
Right now, let's go to fuck your sister.
Yep. I feel that if we spend about 2 minutes per state, 2 to 5 minutes, we could get through most of this list. I feel that we could do this.
I think some of these are gonna be way easier than others.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Starting off with some from Sister Fist in Alabama.
All right. What's the views? What's how high do you place incest on your importance list?
You know, I don't like it.
If we're going off of Pornhub categories, it's an S tier.
You know,
Because that's the most fucking used title.
Well, that's step
That's a
incest.
stepsister.
That's step
Yeah.
incest.
Oh.
that's stepcest. This is wincest.
You know, I think there's a subreddit for that.
There is.
Definitively.
There is. I just always assume there's a subreddit for everything.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
Smart move.
probably.
What are you doing, actual bro? Okay, stop this.
You know what? The world would probably be a better place
yeah.
without incest.
Not just the incest. Alabama and Tennessee are the capitals of the opioid pandemic right now. That isn't entirely their fault, but they definitely have a hand in it. This meth labs, fucking boonie houses. I've been through Alabama. My uncle was nearly killed while driving through there. For those who don't know, my uncle is black. And they made very, very racist, derogatory statements and told him he is not allowed. He is from where, going through this, he told me about sundown towns, and ever since I learned about it, fuck Alabama. Fuck Alabama. If you're from Alabama, I'm sorry.
I feel like this is less about that and more about Alabama having the highest concentration of slugs of any state.
The truth, there it is.
You don't. Burn these fuckers.
But to counter that, they did used to have a bear wrestling problem.
They did, but now we can just bear wrestle in Tennessee. It's okay.
I mean, fair enough.
We can just burn fucking Alabama. Do we have any devil's advocates in the name of Alabama before we go too hardcore?
I will say the skies are so blue. According to Leonard.
No, there is a good song about
Skinner,
Alabama.
so-
Yeah.
Without Alabama,
that-
we would never have Sweet Home Alabama.
Listen, all those motherfuckers died in a plane accident. So listen, I don't care about their opinion.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Yep.
I'm joking.
The only thing I like about Alabama is my friend Tater. So
Give Tater a few dollars to get out of the state for their inconvenience, and then just burn it.
Is their full name Potato?
no,
That's a
it's
shame.
Tatersaurus, and then
Gamer tag.
I think her
That's a
full name
dinosaur.
though
Is she a
Mrs.
dinosaur? Be
I think
honest
her
with
full
you.
name is Mrs. Potato Day.
There's all these monikers for one
Yeah.
person. I love it.
You know what's really funny is like I know her birth name, but she says even her mama calls her Tater. Yeah.
So, anyways, we get Tater and her family out of there, and we just send a fucking nuke strike. I'm sorry, I can't let it live.
So is Civil War worth it? Or would the world just be a better place without them?
I don't think they would survive the Civil War. I think
That's the whole point.
yeah,
But I'd say they go in the Civil War zone.
All right,
He-
Alabama,
he's-
bottom of the list.
bottom of the list. Woo!
It has thus been decreed. Alabama, you're a bottom bitch.
Fuck you, Alabama. You're gonna fucking die tonight. Okay, well, not everyone has to die there, but the ones who
right.
fight its destruction must be destroyed.
Alaska.
Moving from the forests of sister fisting, we move to the frigid north.
Ooh, I love the cold.
Alaska, technically Canada, so it's all right.
That's why it's got my vote as an excellent state, because it's just Canada. It's Canada with guns and American flags.
You literally have to cross into Canada to get to Alaska.
Yeah, exactly.
You need an international fucking visa to enter an American
You also
state.
literally can't get to the capital by car. You have to take a boat.
Yup. So
It's got like a billion
Yep,
lakes.
it's gangster.
The official sport is fucking dog mushing.
If you want to be in America without actually being in America,
Yep.
You don't want to
I'd
be
say
in
it's
America.
excellent.
Yeah, I support Alaska. I like Alaska, and they pay you
Polars.
two. Yeah, well, watch out. But yeah, they literally pay you to live on their land, mostly because they drill the entire state for oil nonstop. But hey, they'll pay you to live on their land,
Yep.
You know?
and their insurance premiums are way too reasonable.
You know, I'd be good in the middle. It's a decent state. It does contribute something.
But the Northern Lights.
Igloos in America, honey. Igloos in America.
I mean, that's
Alaska's
fair.
name comes from the native word that means great land. So
See, even the people
True.
know.
Okay.
the
Okay.
state flag is the Big Dipper. So
Yup.
Hey.
All right.
Well, yeah, because the Inuit cultures would use the Big Dipper, the guiding star, for many of their paddling. So, I mean, it's perfect. These people are beautiful.
I think it's definitely at least A tier. I don't know if it's an excellent state.
I can concede a little bit that it at least makes the country better because it exists. That I can agree with.
That one,
I would say
and
it's
I think
excellent, but-
the only thing that completely holds it out of excellent state is its proximity to Russia. They're a little bit too close to Russia
No,
for my comfort.
Sarah Palin can see Russia from her porch.
that's a fact.
Oh yeah.
Like
No, I
they
have
make
to
the country
see
better.
Sarah
They have
Wait,
one of
I
the
feel sorry
largest.
for Russia. They have to. Go ahead.
They have one of the largest fishing enterprises in America. They get a lot of cool shit, but you're also close to Russia, so you make the country better. Don't know if I want to live in you.
I feel giggity. I just feel sorry for all those Russians that have to wake up and see Sarah Palin.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, us.
To me,
Don't worry about it.
Alaska is like the of all the states is the place I'd want to visit the most.
Fair.
even though it's pretty much just Canada. It's got some like BC, northern BC is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and Alaska is just northern BC. You know,
there you go,
with more interesting kind of geographical features and stuff. So that's why my vote is for S tier.
I vote A entirely because of proximity to Russia. That's the only thing that holds it there for me.
I still have to give it S tier personally, because you can literally wake up in the middle of the day and see a fucking iceberg going down the fucking way. And then you can see whales. You can see whales from your house.
You know,
so cool.
You go whaling.
You can go. I'm gonna fucking eat your soul.
Yeah, Aurora Borealis.
Touch this. Aurora Borealis.
That
yeah,
too,
you get to see the Northern Lights most days.
Most days. I would say that the only negative I can really think of is that during the summer, especially during 3 months of summer, you exclusively see the sun, and then for like 5 months you see no sun.
That's at
but
the,
I can get
the
used
north.
Isn't
in
that
the northern part
that's
of that's in the northern part of Alaska.
Just above the Arctic Circle line,
But
right?
that's northern Alaska. If you're in where
northern Alaska,
where the vast majority of people live, it's not the case.
It's not like that. I know that, and you're right. Where I would live, I'd probably live where it's fine. I'm just saying I feel sorry for those fuckers who live up there. While I live in Anchorage, I give it an S.
So we got 1 for A, 2 for S.
What's your opinion, Phoenix?
I still think it's S.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, it is S. It hath doth been decreed. Canada is the best American state.
Yeah.
One of the best.
And honey, you got it right. There are multiple gangsters who fled to Alaska and live there to this day after killing like hundreds of people.
Arizona.
Most of them are fine.
I mean, their iced tea speaks for itself.
There you go. Arizona.
Home of Walter
It's
White.
It's beautiful. Arizona.
No,
is beautiful.
he's in New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep.
All right. At the very least, A tier.
You think?
You think?
It's got the Grand Canyon. It's such a beautiful state. Some of the people are shitty, but like just from the natural beauty of Arizona, I've got to give it like, I think personally like an S tier.
I enjoy its beauty, but I would say it's decent because it's beautiful wildlife, great place to visit. But yeah, Arizona ain't doing great on the federal level. It's especially their child protection laws are really archaic.
You mean on the state
It's
level?
getting, yeah, on the state level is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Federally, things are fine and, dooply do. But some of these state laws are a bit gooby. In fact, Arizona immigration law encourages individuals to plead non-compliance to unjust and racist actions. So one of the key problems is that they're trying now to improve immigration reform in the state of Arizona, but there are quite literally people who will unironically wait not far from the border of Arizona and literally do awful things to fucking people crossing into their country, into their state, and it's kind of cringe. In my opinion, any state that's kind of bordering the border to Mexico is kind of cringe.
You know what? Santos does make a good point though. Child labor could be a plus. That extra workforce.
I still think it's in the decent state area.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
beautiful.
saying it's terrible.
It's beautiful. It's got terrible laws though. It's got what is Area 51 in Arkansas? Or not Arkansas,
Nevada.
Arizona.
Yeah.
That's New Mexico,
Yup.
isn't it?
It's Nevada.
It's Nevada.
Nevada. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I've been through Nevada. They're very funny. I like their aliens, but not Arizona.
Got good iced tea though.
No?
That is true.
Okay, all in favor of accepting it as decent because of the iced tea?
I mean,
I'm with I'm a little bit more with the state that makes the country better for two reasons. One, they have the Arizona Coyotes, which is a hockey team in the South, which makes no sense.
Wow.
And two, Toronto Maple Leaf star player Austin Matthews is from Arizona. So two hockey related things out of Arizona that make me think, yeah, it's probably making they're making my country better anyway. So there's that. Thanks, Austin Matthews.
Thanks!
so A. All right, Sky, what do you think?
Well, we're between A or B. It's up to Scott.
Yeah,
I was S. I don't care about people.
I'm good with either A or B, so probably
No, you have
B.
to
Fucking
pick
pick
B?
one. You're the
Okay.
tiebreaker.
Yeah.
One
You
other
said
thing.
B.
Arizona is currently 50th in. It is actually lower than Oklahoma on the worst public education schools. It is
Wow.
50 out of 50
Look,
states.
if you're going to Arizona,
So-
you're there for the sights. You're not there for the people.
Exactly why I'm saying decent. Sorry, go ahead, honey.
I was finished.
I mean, it's at both the Grand Canyons and the Grand Falls.
That's why, like,
It's got
I think
35 parks.
Yeah, I think it's A.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Making the world better.
No, it's A.
Yes.
Making the country
Look.
better. I think so. The Grand Canyon is a feature
Yeah.
of the country.
Yeah, it's a giant tourist attraction. Literally it literally makes the country better just by tourism. It's got all the Grand Falls. It's got like 35-ish national parks. It's got the Grand Canyon. It's got all of the salt mines. It's got the gem mines. Most of the diamonds come from Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, like Austin Matthews.
All right.
He's a real gem. On to let's see, the home of
Say
Bill
it.
Clinton, Arkansas.
Say it.
Kansas.
Arkansas. That's right. Welcome to Arkansas.
We are Kansas.
Arkansas.
It Arkansas. It's like Kansas, but with dinosaurs.
They do have a lot of dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are pretty cool.
Yep.
They apparently brought cheese dip to the U.S.
Oh.
Real cheese or
No.
That's gonna take some points off from me then. It's their fault that you guys don't eat real cheese.
Little Rock Central High School was important in desegregation.
That's true.
Yeah,
Apparently, Arkansas is home to the first Walmart store.
Oh, that takes points off for me. Yeah. Johnny Cash was born there. The oldest American lived there. There's a world championship of duck calling contest.
the only active diamond mine in the United States.
I don't know, Oklahomans. How do you feel about your neighbor?
I like it. It's got a lot of cool geode farms and gem mines. My girlfriend went up there once and she brought back a bunch of them. How about you two?
Dinosaurs are cool.
Dinosaurs are cool. Johnny Cash is pretty cool.
I don't know. I'd say B tier. That's just my personal opinion.
I think A.
A?
Really?
A, that's
A.
pretty generous. I'm gonna go with B as well. Like it's a decent state. Like I guess it fits it exactly. It's like I guess they contribute something. Like diamonds, Johnny Cash. But like
I mean,
that's like,
also a massive they helped with the desegregation. They had one of the first women senators.
But here's the thing:
it's very forward.
No, because all states that were like the hotbed for segregation and it's like, you know, if you want to talk about Rosa Parks, it's like we're talking about Alabama, right? You know, so it's usually the states that are the most racist where you see the most progress happen.
What were you trying to say, Wyatt?
I prefer Arkansas over Arizona.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, simply going off of the material requirements is brought more functionally and efficiently. I mean, he hit a point where it not only has a fantastic geode farm, but it's done level-headed works across multiple. We take multiple of the items that we find there, the minerals that are there, and they have constructed and allowed for us to have like diamond-plated, drill points. We have used a lot of the material found there to be able to construct computer parts, and actually, it's most of Silicon Valley. The materials that built those machines were found in Arkansas. So literally, Arkansas has progressed. Not unfortunately, like the social progression may have been behind, but you cannot deny the economic and the expansion of the United States would not be as functional without Arkansas.
Also currently, without all the other like minerals and geodes, all those taken into account, Arkansas is one of the number one exporters of like agricultural goods. Like they export
like very clean,
an extreme amount of rice.
Yeah, necessary.
And food. Yeah, so
are you?
I think
are you also
at the very
thinking
least A?
You're also thinking A, Wyatt?
I think A. I would.
Okay.
I very much support Arkansas as a state.
We have another. We have another tie. You're saying A as well?
Yep.
Okay, it is decided.
Ghost friend, buddy. Yep.
Arkansas is a great state. I support it. They're less racist now. I fucking love my Arkansas. My Arkansas.
Oh God! I just realized what the next one was.
Yeah, the home of the governor.
Yep. That's
and forest fires.
The original Conan.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in California for most of my life. All of my family still lives there, so I do know a lot about it.
Well, tell us.
It's all right.
Wow.
Right.
No.
Thank you for that comprehensive.
No, it's the Central Valley where I grew up is like the breadbasket of the country. Like the majority of the produce that is sold in most states, if it didn't come up from Mexico, chances are it came from the Central Valley. It is one of the wine centers of like California. Napa wine rivals Parisian wine. Like it is also like an economic powerhouse. California, like their GDP is higher than most states combined. Like it's one of those like I want to say they make the highest of any state. We would need to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure they have the highest GDP of any state.
It's most likely. I mean, they export some of the like most expensive things. They also, have an unfair advantage of having like an eighth of the population of the United States, which is like 40 million people. That's more than Canada as a whole.
Yep. It is a very popular state.
She hit it on the head. California's GDP is $3 trillion. That's not a joke.
Pretty impressive. All of that
Texas is the only one that Texas is the only one that follows with a 1.7 trillion.
Yep.
See. They're decent.
Yep. So I would say it's an excellent state. Like it has its problems. Everybody does, but it is beautiful. It has like every biome that you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
It has, lots of tourist destinations.
Traps.
Yeah, lots. Well, we have tourist traps too. But yeah, you can like where I grew up, it was a 2-hour drive to the beach, to the mountains, to the desert, to the forest. Like it just, yeah, it has everything.
I did. Let's see.
I would say at least that the country makes it has made America what it is today. It has contributed heavily to the financial efficiency of the whole country.
The first part
the
of
people
that,
there.
D.
We can only
It made America what it is today. Oh no. Ugh.
I can only say one thing. California girls.
They are unforgettable.
we wish
Somehow
that
it's dropping.
Fine, fresh, fierce. They got it on lock. West Coast represent. Throw that booby up.
Yeah. Also, California was the first state to legalize gay marriage.
Yep.
So
Totally
it
wasn't
drops
being
for
pressured.
Goku.
Sorry?
Don't drag us down with your logic.
No, they were the first to do something, right? So it's bad. They were just hopping on that bandwagon, right?
I see.
Got you. No. I definitely say C because, like, as glorious and as fantastical as all of the surface level stuff in California is, it is a legendary legacy of being the place dreams go to die.
Yeah,
Hollywood
but that's not
specifically.
California's fault.
It's
Hollywood's fault.
it's Hollywood. It's all over California. You go to California to chase your dreams. That's the whole point. You go to Hollywood. You go to San Francisco. You go to the North Bay area.
Yeah, but you don't go anywhere else to chase your dreams.
Oz went there with flowers in his hair, and he was very disappointed.
Yeah, the flowers became my hair and then wilted away.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I'm bald.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
That explains a lot.
No,
I think-
I would say it's either S or A.
I'm inclined to give it an A for its contributions. I don't think anybody could argue that it doesn't make the country better because it's almost its exports to the rest of the world. So much of that music, movies.
Yep, very much so.
So much of the culture that is America is made up of, things that came out of California. So I'm inclined to say it's A, because it does have problems. So it's not an excellent to me because, a lot of the shittiest places in the entire country are also found in California. But
oh yeah. In the words of a greater man than me, space may be the proud frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Yep.
He's not a better man than you.
Can't find a better man.
Anthony
I think
Kiedis or
without
whatever
Hollywood-
is not a better man.
Without all of the darkness that is Hollywood, all of the awful stories, all of the what happened to Brendan Fraser and Terry Crews and all those up and coming actresses, it's an A. But with them, with Hollywood, it's a C.
Again, those were individuals, and those were the environment of those in charge of a specific industry, not the state as a whole.
Where is that industry located?
We weren't judging some of the other states by the people.
Yeah.
We literally judged Alabama by the people.
Yeah, pretty much.
He said some of the other states.
I think it would be a disservice to be like, oh, California is amazing. Like, it's an excellent state because of all of the absolutely the awful things. And also, human trafficking is awful in California.
It's awful.
Trafficking is awful in Texas.
It's awful everywhere.
Exactly.
But they can get them out of the country faster in California.
Nope. It's the same across the entire border. But I would concede A. I think it does definitely make the country better.
Yes. It made the country better. I think now movies are all over the place. They can be anywhere. They take them out of the country. They do it in like the hills of Wyoming and the
But California isn't just Hollywood and the movie industry. Like I said, like I grew up in the Central Valley. That's as far from Hollywood as you can get. Like it's an agricultural, hub.
Maybe not anymore.
So,
for all the droughts.
no, it still is. It still is. Trust me.
Hey, California actually got out of its really red drought state because of these recent storms as well.
Oh well.
Yep.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, they have Yosemite.
And they're the only place in all of North America that has 3 NHL hockey teams.
Yeah, there's that
everything.
too.
Everything Goku is related to hockey.
Things that matter.
Yeah, it's a weird measurement, but I'll take it. But yeah, I think it being A tier. I think.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think A tier is pretty solid for it.
Hollywood made Hugh Jackman Canadian. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, really.
And permanently damaged his vocal cords.
Hell yeah.
Small price to pay.
Small price to pay to be a fucking god among men.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, Wolverine's cool, but I kind of liked Les Mis.
Oh yeah.
Les Miserables.
I
liked him in that more.
He was so good in that.
Be better if he was Wolverine in Les Mis.
No.
Bub.
I liked The Greatest Showman.
Like, I will handle this revolution single.
I loved The Greatest Showman, by the way.
This is the greatest show.
Yeah, it was really good.
We light it up, we won't let down.
Oh, the music was so good.
Stopping us now.
There are no words to describe how happy I am every time I see Hugh Jackman performing in theater, musical theater, and not just a Hollywood movie, because he seems so much happier.
Oh yeah. He loves doing stage plays. In fact, do you remember what his first stage play ever was?
Not off the top of my head.
Oklahoma.
That's unfortunate.
Really?
You can watch him on film doing Oklahoma.
Oh,
on
I
Broadway.
have to see that.
It's pretty great to see Hugh goddamn Jackman doing an American accent and slaying at it.
Oh yeah, I have to see that because that's. I like to play Oklahoma.
Okay.
Oklahoma, where the hit? Okay,
we got to keep on rolling if we're gonna get through these.
Time for the time for the square state.
The highest
All right,
state.
Speed rounds.
The highest state, Colorado.
That's the real Rocky Mountain High.
I mean, they did legalize marijuana first.
Also, South Park is from there.
Another beautiful state.
Very pretty.
It is very pretty. I think it's at least an A, maybe an S.
Yeah. I think I'm comfortable with A.
It's home of the Colorado Avalanche.
God damn it.
Negatives, however, Peyton.
Called the Switzerland of America.
Yeah.
Yep. The
the
cost
only
of living. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say they're the only state to turn down the Olympics.
Ooh, yeah, there's that. Also, it is rivaled with
smart.
California for the cost of living.
That's bad because their income isn't as high as California.
Exactly.
Not great.
I don't know about that though, because if you look at California, there's a lot more income disparity.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
true.
a lot of people can afford to live, but a lot of people can't. whereas I think Colorado's has a much bigger middle class.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Would
Fair.
love. Yeah, California is really brought up because of like the 1% that lives there.
Well,
Yeah.
that's very true. I mean, all the things we talked about are really things that you can enjoy because of that, which is to me why we kept it out of the excellent state category.
well,
because
the things I brought up were things that migrant farmers and working class people are responsible for.
And if you were going with the working class folk, the things that are really enjoyable about Colorado are the beautiful mountain ranges, the multitude of events that are available for the working class and lower income class. There are a variety of different parks and recreational things that fill the entire state. That even one of them, apparently, the entry is entirely free. Apparently, the guy who owns it just wants people to have a good time. So there's, people who actively want to do a good thing. Apparently, don't drink your beer here. Always get beer outside of Colorado. The Colorado beer tastes absolutely awful. It tastes like a dishwasher started crying in the middle of you drinking it.
Oh no!
well, I mean,
So everything but the beer.
I mean, Coors is brewed in California, so
There you go. Fair.
I think it goes in the decent states area.
I would give it. I would put it in an A.
Yeah, I'd put it in an A. It has made contributions.
Yeah, but it's nothing really all that stand out.
You know.
I mean,
right.
Marijuana.
weed.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ones who smoke weed, that's big.
Yeah.
deal.
Would you say Colorado makes the country better, or that they have contributed something?
I'd say that they contribute to
Mash.
betterment, but doesn't make the world great.
Not the world.
pretty cool.
We're talking about the country.
Oh, sorry, the state. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The country, by its existence, especially for weed, and its willingness to be an extremely democratic state where the populace are, on average, just average working Joes that want to live their life and don't give a shit if you do this, that, or the other. I think they're actively a good state. I would say that it makes the country better because of the progressive people who live there, who actively are continuously fighting extremists on either side of the political spectrum. Colorado's just people who want to live their goddamn life and live in some peace and fucking quiet. That's what it is. They want to get high in their house and relax.
Yeah, I think we do need to lower our standards too. It just actively not harming the country is probably making it better.
Yeah, exactly. You're not causing pain.
Also, giant leaps in like learning the medical benefits of marijuana.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And as far as education, Colorado is the 8th in the entirety of the United States
Oh,
when it comes
I
to
didn't know
education
that.
and quality of schooling.
Wow.
Like Colorado has, oh my God, out of an average schooling of 1,000 students, over 970 are expected to graduate.
Nice.
They have a really good education program. Holy shit. My vote's on good. They're actively making America better.
Mhm.
Yep. That's where mine is.
Yeah, I guess upon hearing that, it'll change it.
Okay.
Mine swayed me.
On to,
Yeah.
on to
Persuasion. Peer pressure.
now we've reached a couple of the states that I know nothing about. Connecticut.
Connecticut was the first location where the first major battle in recorded history took place between Native Americans and white people.
That's where Yale is. I know Yale's in
Where
Connecticut.
Yale is, yeah, that's true.
Wyatt, that
Yale.
happened in Canada way before that.
I said I was meaning in the North American area, not necessarily. But Canada is part of North America, but you know what I mean, within the bounds of what would become America.
Isn't Mark Twain from Connecticut?
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he is.
This is showing right now how little we know about Connecticut.
But yeah,
I know a little. I know it was where the first hamburger was made.
Mark Twain, he was a humorist born. Where were you born, motherfucker?
Yeah, no, it says here it's the home of Harriet Beecher Stowe and Mark Twain, and the oldest newspaper in the U.S.
Well, he lived there, but he was born in Florida, Missouri, but he lived his life in Connecticut. Okay, that makes sense.
The Scottsville Memorial Library is the oldest public library in the U.S. S tier. It hasn't been burned down yet.
That's fair.
It hasn't been burned down yet. S tier.
Fucking honestly.
Isn't Connecticut one of those places that people go to watch the leaves turn?
You do.
Yeah, it's covered in 60% forest. It's a lot of forest.
And 90% old people.
However, I will say the first witch execution was in Connecticut.
Hell yeah.
How?
You know, I'd put him C tier.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
not bad, but
yeah, it's to me it's the definition of a C tier.
Yeah,
but the oldest library, but knowledge.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't mean it's the best library.
Yeah.
ESPN started in Connecticut. The first Pez manufacturing facility was from Connecticut.
Woo! Pez!
Yeah, that's.
Oh wait, the first insurance comes from Connecticut. D tier. Get that shit out of here.
Well, it seems like everything was first done in Connecticut, and then they've done nothing since.
I mean, you know what? The USS Nautilus, the first nuclear submarine, was built in Connecticut.
Yeah.
The first helicopter was flown.
I think it's just kind of middle of the road. Like what have you done for me lately?
Hear me out. Hear me out. I think it's A tier. They invented the hamburger, Polaroid, helicopter, and color television.
And their state animal is a sperm whale.
There is. They also have one of the teensiest, tiniest. They have the teensiest, tiniest, smallest natural waterfall in America.
I mean, fair.
I have a hard time believing. Yeah, no. Let's see here. Oh, apparently it's speculated. Whether it's not, hamburgers weren't made in Connecticut. There's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
But it's got a lot of forest.
Right.
First off, it's from Germany, but.
Hamburger, Germany.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of like the definition of. I guess they've contributed something. They've contributed something, but it's a decent state.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say that it makes the country better.
They are more than 50% forest, and they are giving the country more oxygen. It's my argument for A.
But then, almost all the states are going to fall into that. Then that are northern states.
No, it's rare to have a state with more than 50% forest. It's kind of scary down here, man.
Yeah, down there.
Yeah, down there. Wait a second, I'm making my own argument.
Ooh. Easton, Connecticut is home to one of the most haunted cemeteries.
Yo!
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
Dinosaur tracks have been found in Connecticut.
Ooh, that's fun.
The first woman to get a patent was from Connecticut.
Man, that's terrific in C tier, bro. That sounds bad.
That's a perfect C to me.
That is.
So
that
2
is
A's and a C.
We tried.
Yeah.
We tried. Connecticut's great. They just don't see it.
Connecticut's great.
Now on to another okay state, Delaware. I don't know.
So,
What does Delaware have?
The capital.
Delaware is where a majority of the Revolutionary War's key events took place. That is about it. Not the battles, the debates.
There are more corporate entities formed in Delaware than residents.
Oh my god!
All the way. It's Civil War time.
Wow.
They eat the witch.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, well let me
Literally
look up.
the only thing I know about Delaware is it's the first state.
Yeah.
But that's all I know about Delaware. It's another one of those things it was very important when the country was formed, and since then don't know much about Delaware.
So, by being one of America's first 13 of the colonies to become a state, I won't let it burn for Civil War. But I also feel that Oz has a point that it embodies everything bad about modern America, is that it's predominantly a corporate estate. What the fuck?
Delaware was divided on slavery during the Civil War. Delaware against George, World War I early. Fort Delaware was a
first in the Union.
Huh?
Wasn't Delaware first to join the Union?
There's a mayor quoted saying Delaware was the first to join the Union by ratifying the Constitution and would be the last to leave. But also...
Delaware was also one of the first of the 4 cases where the combined Brown versus Board of Education led to the end of official segregation.
Hang on, one of the cool facts about Delaware is that Bob Marley spent time there.
That's how you know you have a boring state when it's like, well, they stopped in once. Like
That's kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Cool facts about Delaware. Bob Marley spent time here. They have a racetrack. Delaware has very fast internet.
Is Baltimore in Delaware, or was Baltimore in a different?
Can we just speed this along and all agree it's a C tier?
No, Baltimore is in Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, this is Delaware. And if there are any Delawareans who are out there, your mom's a hoe and your
state's mid as fuck.
Yeah, it's so mid.
It is hell.
Okay, yeah, it's going.
I'd say B.
B? Why B?
No.
I mean, they did ratify the Constitution.
Oh, B. Yeah.
D. C or D.
The world would be better without
the Constitution.
They did.
No,
okay.
no.
I think they're mid as fuck.
Yeah,
that's my.
Decent.
They are.
We have a lot of bads, but they also had a lot of goods. But modern, they're holding us back.
Okay.
All right.
And we're going from the most
to a good one.
Yeah, the most mid state to the most controversial state.
Which end of the spectrum is it on, baby?
Where I currently live.
Yeah. So
fucking Florida.
So trash people.
What are we judging this on? Are we judging this on entertainment value or how much it provides?
Yeah.
Just gonna say this. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll say this real quick. Florida is where the young wish to survive and the old thrive. That's what it is.
Yep.
Florida man.
Accurate.
But Florida man is there.
Yep, and he gets up to all kinds of shenanigans.
But think about what that does to the psyche of the people who live there.
Oh yeah, I know.
There you go.
No,
I'm
totally,
you live there.
I know.
Fucking crazy.
I know. I already know where I would put it, but I want to hear what you guys think before I toss that out there.
D.
D as in Delaware?
The world would be a better place without them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not only because they have a trailer park full of pedophiles.
Ugh.
That is true. The pedo haven.
Yeah, like Florida's a dumpster fire that I love
It
watching. But like ultimately, like if I'm like I would never want to live there or go there or do anything around there. So I'm gonna go ahead.
The only good thing they have is Universal Florida and maybe Disney World.
The literal only reason I didn't put it in F is because I don't know if we could take them out.
Yeah.
We are very resilient people.
Florida man's very strong. I don't know what
Florida man are a bunch of cockroaches. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We would go to fight and they'd be riding alligators.
Yeah. Hurricanes sweep through here all the time, and they haven't uprooted us yet. So, definitely D tier. I think,
Yeah, there's one thing that two things that save Florida for me, and that is Key West is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, Key West is real pretty, a lot of fun, and Disney World.
I mean,
Disney World.
Moist Critical's there. That's what saves it for me. That's another really good one.
Disney World.
Yeah. It has there are a couple of tolerable things about Florida. There are Disney World. There's but yeah, it's. I wouldn't say that they've contributed something. I think they just
the world would be such
Yeah.
a better place
The
without
best
them.
part of Florida is that the Seminole tribe was able to fend them off and stay a fucking Native American nation against the
Yup.
white people. The best thing they've done is fail at exterminating natives.
Yep.
That's what I gotta say.
I'm gonna go ahead with a hot take here and say that we would be better off. The world would be better off without Disney. So that even affirms
That's
it more.
true.
Oh, that is a hot take.
but it hurts my heart.
Disney kind of fucking sucks, and the guy who made it was a Nazi, so...
Yeah,
remember that.
And actively
No, he
fought against
wasn't.
Nazis. He just hated Jewish people.
Yeah, he wasn't an
Yeah.
organized Jew hater. He just did it in his spare time.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
only did
well,
it in secret.
Yeah.
Santos makes a good point about NASA, but it is pretty much just the place that they launch the stuff from.
Mhm. They can
Like
move all of that. Go ahead.
they construct all the rockets and things, but I mean all of the hard work is done in Texas.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
they're
they have
moving it-
they're moving
Yeah.
it. They talked about moving it to Texas so that everything is more efficiently gathered.
Yeah, the closer they are to the equator is the most important thing. We
Final
could make
verdict?
a fucking giant oil rig in the center of the ocean, and that would be better than Florida.
They could do that, but they could also just park it in. They've already shown plans of parking it in Corpus Christi, or even I don't know, setting it up in Hawaii.
Oh.
Man, volcanoes is the only problem with that. All the expensive equipment going down in a fiery goddamn blow. No.
But
Yeah,
Spain.
no, it's that's not as
But
as
spam, he's got
dangerous.
a point.
Okay, we'll save Hawaii for when we actually get to Hawaii, though.
Yeah,
When we get to the good
Florida, D tier,
stuff. Florida is fucking
Solid
demonstrable.
D tier.
All right.
Yeah.
Does anybody know anything about Georgia?
I would just like to
Um,
state before we move on that the Florida Panthers save it for me.
There you go. Georgia has really big waves. And so you can have fun surfing in Georgia. That's not a joke. We actually went surfing there. It was a lot of fun. That is the only thing I know about Georgia.
I thought Georgia
Oh,
was
also that they're
landlocked.
Also that they have beautiful waves.
They're not landlocked. They are the state directly above Florida.
Yep.
Let's see.
Directly above. Also,
Yeah, like-
for the
Like that entire potbelly curve, all of that is coast.
Yep. For those, the other thing I know about Georgia is it still has the single largest number of white supremacists collaborating in one area.
You know? It's going up.
Yeah, yeah. Atlanta seems
Yeah.
pretty great, but the rest of the state, I don't know about that.
What's the quality of life in
is where they
Georgia?
filmed. Atlanta is where they filmed The Walking Dead, and for the first 2 seasons.
Well, it's also
Yeah,
where
Walking Dead, I think Stranger Things, Hunger Games.
I was gonna say it's also where they film everything because Georgia State has a policy where they'll pay you to bring your film production there.
Oh, you're right. Made in Georgia. Oh, the Georgia
Everything.
peach.
Everything,
You're right.
everything is made in Georgia because it's the best place in the entire country to film.
You
Yep.
are so right.
That and Coca-Cola.
Like if there's any setting that's like, especially an indoor setting, it's filmed in Georgia. You bet your life on it.
I looked
That
up
makes a
fun
lot of
facts
sense.
about Georgia, and the state Georgia isn't even on here. It's just like, hey, you want to go to Georgia, the European area?
Yeah. I do
Stalin.
know someone who lived in Georgia for a couple of years and says that he will never set foot anywhere near there again. He won't even drive through the corner.
I mean, that's
It's called the
He,
Peach
he
State.
hated it. But that's pretty much all I know about Georgia.
Moving to the country.
What else we got going on here?
Coca-Cola.
hmm.
That's apparently it. It was
Waterfall,
invented in May
Coca-Cola.
1886.
Sandy
I'd-
Springs is
I'd
the
say
Fortune
D.
500 capital.
Put it next to Florida.
There was the the Olympics. Lots
Is it-
of birds. I like birds. What are some creepy facts? The old pink house might be haunted.
This one might just be another mid one,
Might.
honestly.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
feels mid as fuck.
Seems pretty mid, yeah.
Like, it's got good movie areas, but that's really all it's got going for it.
Got a lot of gold.
True.
Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Started in Georgia.
Yep. All right, mid as fuck.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they have bed bugs.
Yes. Take it down. The world would be a better place without them.
That's what I think. I think put it next to Florida.
But that feels unfair to Georgia. Like,
Yeah.
Putting anything on the same tier as Florida.
Well, just Georgia. Like, what did Georgia do to deserve that?
Yeah, no, I feel they're really just mid. I don't think they deserve to be next to Florida, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Excellent.
Excellent state.
Oh, yeah.
Like it has its problems. Obviously, every place does. The cost of living is insane, but it is so beautiful, and the people are so chill. Just the entire place has a great vibe.
I mean, the white people, anyways.
What?
The other people
Are
aren't.
chill?
Yeah, they're not so chill that all their land is evaporating in front of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, but even then, like they're not. It's still chill. Like even the way that the natives handle, like it is just a chill place. It's hard to like get riled up in Hawaii.
That for me is the big hit for like Hawaii is that the big islands and all the sort of touristy areas, it looks super beautiful, but the kind of tucked away parts where the people are actually like indigenous there, it's kind of like some of the biggest slums in the whole of the country. So that kind of takes it out of excellent to me. But it's still like it's the most unique state in the entire country.
Yeah.
So it still sits in at least the better for me.
I have cousins who live there, and they actively, genuinely love it. They've had a better time in the schools in there than anywhere that they've been because they're a military family. They, on a whole, live better lives. And my aunt, who normally gets horrible like hives and such from from pollen and everything on the island that she's living on, and she lives in Honolulu, and the side that she's on, she hasn't had a medical emergency due to it because she gets horrible hashes and pollen and everything. You just go to a different island and you're fucking fine. But I know that doesn't speak for the whole location, but from people who have lived there, they have experienced a better general sense of life and well-being. They love the schools that they're going to. They enjoy the people that they meet, and a lot of different possibilities. But I will also say my cousins are mixed, so they had a different experience as opposed to when my brother goes there. They do have a major... There's a major discrepancy. If you look like a native, you are treated very, very differently. But in my opinion, that's kind of fair given the state of things. But I personally see racism of any kind as unnecessary, undeplatable. But that's just one of those things that when you live there long enough, you start to notice it, you start to see it. It starts to be an expectation. But on a whole, I would say Hawaii does make the country better off because of, unfortunately, despite all the negative slums and the such, it is a huge provider of crops, twine supplies. I mean, a lot of the things that make up a lot of the clothes that you're wearing, if it's made in America, it's usually made on one of these islands. So that's just how it is. Textile is what I meant to say. The word textile, sorry.
So S tier.
Yeah, I'm good with S tier.
Yeah,
My vote's for A.
A.
I'm S.
Okay.
3 S's, 2 A's.
Yep, you guys win. Do it.
On to the tater capital of the country. Idaho.
What'd you say about me?
Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Idaho.
No, Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, I'm sure I know something about it.
Idaho has great potatoes.
Let's,
Lots of potatoes.
does.
I love potatoes. I might put it in A just from potatoes.
Yeah.
Potatoes are good. It's got waterfalls.
My mom went to college there and she loved it.
The Gem State.
The Gem State.
Idaho has more than 48 million acres of wilderness. That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, I've never been there, but I hear it's beautiful.
Holy shit. 70% of the trout sold in the U.S. is from out of Idaho. I mean, fair enough.
It is the home of the largest potato in the world.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
You know, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, this is seeming like the most mid state as well.
Yeah.
Like it contributes.
Yeah, I think
it contributes things, but
They deliver a lot of potatoes to you. What would you do if they were gone? You didn't have enough potatoes for your pretend.
they don't deliver our potatoes. But
They do. One of Idaho's major distributor is the nearby Canadian territories and provinces.
Mm.
See, they also sell you your microwavable poutine as well.
no, then
Instantly burn it down.
then Civil War it is.
I see. You craft a disgusting attempt. You must burn.
Like, I'm torn between A or B just because potatoes are fucking awesome.
I mean,
And they distribute, like, so much of that.
yes. Over 80% of Americans have potatoes in their diet. So, I mean, it's most Americans kind of need potatoes.
I like potatoes. Hey.
That's all it takes is a thing is grown there.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
other stuff. There's other stuff. There's Rocky Mountains.
Like we turned down Florida, despite all the oranges coming out of Florida.
Yep.
Georgia's
We
peaches.
didn't even mention. Yeah,
No.
we didn't even mention Florida's oranges because, good God,
Yeah,
there's
'cause-
so many other things to focus on.
Yeah, Florida is kind of overshadowed by bad.
I'd say Idaho's mid.
I like potatoes.
I also
The movie
like
Napoleon Dynamite was filmed in Idaho.
That's not a good thing.
potatoes. So they have contributed something.
yeah.
In Idaho, you can eat ice cream potatoes.
I think
Civil
it's
War.
because they benefit both Canada and the U.S. Pretty
No,
well.
they don't. It's not that big a deal. Quebec
Potatoes.
grows potatoes.
You know, maybe
I don't know,
Idaho,
with how much you talk about fucking poutine, I think it's the main fucking course, God damn it.
Yeah, and those ones are grown in Quebec. They supply Ontario with potatoes.
Right.
Idaho might need some sympathy points because Montana took a big bite out of it.
You know, they must be still wounded from that huge bite. That's fair. If I
Because
had to
there's a mountain range right there, and Montana was like, you can't get to that part anyway without going over a bunch of mountains.
I do love all the potatoes. I will concede that it's a decent state. It has pros, but it hasn't done a whole lot.
Hang on. Hell's Canyons in Idaho is deeper than the Grand Canyon.
But it's not as impressive. It's just deeper.
It's
That's
deeper.
what she said. Just because you can go deeper doesn't mean it's better. That's what she said.
Yeah, you gotta have length and girth. It's
Exactly.
not.
Look, man. I like potatoes.
Congrats, it's C.
I also like
Or B.
potatoes. potato is my favorite starch. But yes, C.
I'm really trying to find any facts about Idaho, and it's all there's a lot of potatoes.
It's almost like that's all they've got.
They've got volcanic hotspots, lots of monarch butterflies.
Oh, nice. That sounds like a terrifically decent place to live.
Yeah, very decent.
Sacagawea was from Idaho.
Sacagawea.
Illinois.
Whatever.
So Illinois.
Yeah.
It's a state.
I don't think I've heard anything good being near Illinois myself. I don't think I've heard anything good coming from there.
Well, I only know it's Chicago, right? That's the thing. Is
Yeah,
Chicago
the worst
is,
thing that can come from it.
you know, I mean, Home Alone. Like, I don't know. I know that it's in Illinois, but
Illinois.
yeah. Scarface. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Illinois. I'm looking up facts, but it's literally like the fuck is in Illinois?
Like, I know it's like it's mostly like rural, and then there's like the city.
Yeah,
You know, like-
I think it belongs next to Florida.
Isn't Illinois where the pizza comes from? The deep dish specifically?
Yeah, Chicago style.
I know not pizza. Don't worry. Don't get your titties in a twist.
They were
my
they were
Italian
getting
friend.
twisted. They were getting twisted.
I was meaning specifically the deep dish pizza, which
Yeah.
not everyone likes.
Which is not
Illinois
pizza.
state fact
It's
number
pizza casserole.
It's a fucking casserole, exactly.
It's a fucking-
Illinois
casserole.
state fact number 10: the population has decreased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That killed him.
What's our fact? Oh, people are getting the fuck out of here.
There's two facts that to me balance each other out and don't make it a plus or a minus. Is it was the first state to ratify the Constitution's amendment to abolish slavery. Great.
Oh, yay.
But then it was
That's
also
awesome.
the first McDonald's was built there. So
I think it gets decent status based on that fact. I mean, it's fucking amazing that they brought us some level of sanctity between people by abolishing slavery. But everything else they've done is mid as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, 3/4 of the state is farmland.
yeah.
They have the first ever McDonald's.
The world's
Yep.
largest fish factory.
I
It's-
personally, I think D, but I'm okay with C.
I don't think the world would be better without it, because, or at least the state.
it
would
was
be
a safe
better.
haven for a lot of ex-slaves.
Yeah, ex-slaves.
Okay.
That's where
Okay.
he brought up about the abolition
But
of slavery.
Yes,
it also
C tier.
it also is the birthplace of Ronald Reagan. So
Oh, god damn it.
That hurts.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yep. C tier.
god damn it.
Ah.
How could you end slavery but also allow for the greatest slaver of modern prison systems to exist? God damn
God.
you.
Well,
Damn.
it wasn't like it was responsible for his birth. His parents did that.
mhm.
It also
Motherfucker.
gave us Michelle Obama.
Oh, okay.
Yep. See, it balances out.
No, it does not. That's not a balance.
say that's bounces
That's not a
I
balance
think
at
in
all.
combination
I
with
love
the
Michelle
ex-slave.
Obama.
What
safe
do you
haven.
what do you love about Michelle Obama?
She's just so likable.
Wow.
She's cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to know what the actual
And she's
statistics
hot.
were in the U.S. when she introduced like the healthy eating laws. Not laws, but
Not great.
3 states saw an improvement. 90% of the others saw no change at all, and 10% saw things get worse.
Yep.
That's what
Beautiful.
happened.
Which states were those? Do you know? Were they the ones that were
I know
like,
for-
"I'm not doing it"?
I know for the one that got worse for certain was Georgia. I know that because they talked about it as how during this program Michelle Obama failed our state. We are now the single fattest state in North America.
As he
That's
stuffs his
really
face on
Yeah.
with what I presume is not celery or leafy greens or
Is it
Hash browns.
Illinois fact number
should've
6.
said-
Oh,
I should've said
so
it's a pookie.
jealous. So jealous.
Illinois fact number
love
6.
hash
Lincoln gave a speech here.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Illinois fact 2. It's where Abraham Lincoln got into politics.
That
has to be at least a C then.
Why'd they have to
it's C
separate
tier.
that into two different things? He gave a speech. Oh yeah, and also he got into politics. Here.
Is it B or C? What are we going here?
C.
See, it's a decent state. They're
Yeah.
they're all right. I don't want.
It
I
would
want
be
them to keep
B,
living.
but Ronald Reagan.
Exactly. Like what the fuck?
Wait, I think decent state is B.
No,
Yeah,
decent state is C. It says decent state. I guess they contribute something.
Yeah, that's B because it's S A B
Oh,
C.
okay.
D.
My bad. I was doing it wrong. I forgot that the top one was S and not A.
See,
So C.
B. No,
it's a
B.
decent. Oh, B.
It's mid.
Okay.
It's
Mid as fuck.
Okay, on to Indiana. What do you know?
Corn.
Corn.
That's all we got.
Or
Corn.
I mean, you got
corn,
racetrack.
Which
You're in
state is it? I'm
Indiana,
sorry.
right?
Corn and
Indiana?
Indy 500.
Yeah. Tell us about your magnificent state.
It's Indiana.
He has as much opinion as he always does.
Wait, is Talladega in there, or is that another state? No, it's the Indy 500. You're right, Indy 500.
Okay. The birthplace of ecology. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I forgot to mention the Chicago.
Oh, that is cool.
Blackhawks.
Ooh, they have a peony. They have a peony festival. I love peonies.
You know, it's a good flower.
David Letterman is from Indiana.
Woo! I do
The
love David
Jackson
Letterman.
family is from Indiana.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That poor family. Like, oh my God.
It's the limestone capital of the world, which makes me think of a fact that did you guys hear they figured out how Romans made their concrete so resilient?
Yeah.
Yeah, limestone. They allowed for little holes to fill, and then it sealed whenever it was raining.
No, they put bigger chunks of limestone in the mix. Bigger chunks than you want because you want it to be uniform. And whenever it would crack, it would the water would dissolve the limestone, and it would
That's what it
calcify
was.
and fill it back up.
calcifies. Yeah, that's what it was. Very cool.
So it could be a lot cooler pretty soon.
And this relates to Indiana. How?
It's the limestone capital of the world.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
Produces the largest amount of limestone.
But if we just wiped it off the map and just took the limestone.
It's got underground rivers and creepy catacombs.
Oh, that I like. I like going through little catacombs.
Had the
I could
first
do the
train
same thing
robbery.
I could also blow it up and go through the catacombs of an entire city. So
Yeah, can we just go ahead and agree this is a mid?
Indiana was the home of the Grand Central Station of the Underground Railroad. And Abraham Lincoln grew up here.
Keep in mind,
those are pretty cool facts.
we got 15 minutes. We can't list off. We can't keep
I
listing
think
off every
A.
fact.
I think S because Phoenix was born there.
no.
No bias. No bias.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't
no,
take
Phoenix
away
is
my
biased.
bias.
To me, that's a decent state.
Phoenix, I'm just saying you could be born. You live in a very fun place. You could live anywhere. With the way that you live, you could be anywhere in the country. Indiana does not make that different.
True.
Well, then, for all of the slavery stuff, A. It's
That's
also the
good.
donut capital of the world.
We also make a lot of steel.
Oh, yep. Donuts and steel. You know what? That wins me over. I say it makes the country better. A. Without donuts and steel, our police officers couldn't be able to get to work.
Sky, do you have an opinion?
I mean, it's mid, but I'd be willing to say A.
Well, why don't we let the opinion, the sway, go over here to Phoenix? Do you think it's an A or a B?
I think it's A.
Perfect.
Woo!
On to Iowa. Home of nothing but Slipknot. That's all I
mean,
know. That's all I know
It's
about
the-
Iowa.
First
Oh, yeah.
state in the country to vote in the primaries.
That is true.
That's not a positive or negative. That's just a fact.
That's just a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a fact. I think it's a mid-state, and we need, if we're gonna try to get through a few more.
hmm
First impressions is probably all we're gonna have time for.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it is a mid.
Yeah. Now, if we really wanted to speed things up, we could hand pick states and not just go straight through alphabetical.
Oklahoma F.
We should probably do that. Let's just go through them and say we don't want to do Iowa. Does anybody have strong opinions on Kansas?
No.
Good musical, I guess.
Curse Carry the Dog lives there.
So no.
Ooh, A.
A for Kansas.
And we won't go into it any farther, just because of
Yep.
courage.
Just because Courage Carry the Dog.
Okay.
All right. The Oklahomans want it to be a civil war.
Right. Kentucky.
I mean, I said...
We're moving on. We're doing it alphabetically. Just anything on Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
don't care about Kentucky.
No. Perfect. Louisiana.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, Louisiana. Anybody care about Louisiana?
Narlands is nice.
Yeah.
I love
So-
Popeye's chicken.
So
S.
B tier.
I'm gonna say Louisiana is like Florida, though. I'm gonna throw that into the wrench. Louisiana is not a.
But it's got such good seafood.
Yeah, no. I think when I think of Louisiana, I think of Southern food. Like they've made, like you got crawfish from Louisiana too, as well.
Yeah,
so.
I have to say, Creole is my favorite food item, so I'd say A.
Same with Tennessee,
Okay.
Nashville hot chicken.
Maine. Stephen King. Anybody care about Maine?
It's decent. I mean, it's pretty.
I mean, it's not my main focus.
Yep.
I couldn't give less of a shit about Maine.
Okay. Let's just jump around then. We'll do Oklahoma. Where's Oklahoma?
F
F.
bottom, burn this bitch. Fucking send it. They're degrading the state. They're taking away people's rights. Fuck Oklahoma. We're in the last bottom ring. We've been, for the last 10 years, we have teetered between 3 other states for the single worst state in America. And that's not a joke. We're the lowest in everything. Fucking burn it.
I'm a little torn because some of my favorite people are from Oklahoma, and I can only
We'll
assume,
move.
I
We
can
will
only
get the
assume
fuck
that
out.
I'm leaving to Washington the first fucking chance I get.
Okay.
I am leaving to your couch. Hold on.
Let's pick. What's another hot button one? What about Texas? What do we
Texas.
feel about Texas?
I've lived there. The part that I lived in was really lovely. The people were lovely. But it is a very big state, and not every part of the state is like where I was, because I was around Houston. So
Houston and Dallas are all right. Every other city, town, village, building, family member that is there is an
Family
asshole.
So
Fuck 'em.
Said that with such conviction.
yeah.
you could,
I say
you
that
could probably put it next
Okay.
to Florida.
the person who is the single worst influence on my entire life is a very proud Texan.
That's very anecdotal.
He loves
That's
Galveston.
That's the
No. That was one. No. I've been there multiple times, and every time I've gone there, Houston and Dallas are fine. Galveston has a fun slip and slide. Corpus is an asshole country. Everywhere sucks. Oh, and also they've tried to secede from the Union
Yeah, they have.
on a number of occasions. They're actively holding us back.
They do have NASA, but again, that's Houston.
Oh, yeah, Houston's so fucking cool.
Yeah, Houston and Dallas are awesome, but yeah, the rest of the state
The
is
rest of these
is
motherfuckers.
I will
it's
say,
Florida,
We just
but
nuke
up
every
right.
other location but Houston and Dallas and just help them survive the nuclear fallout.
I will say the Dallas Stars' third alternate jersey is the ugliest one in the NHL.
There you
I don't know if that helps anybody's opinion. Oz and
You hockey
Phoenix.
man.
Oz and Phoenix, any opinions on Texas? Or can we...
I mean, go ahead.
I think they're either mid or they'll make. Yeah, I think they're either mid or we'd probably be better off without them. Like they got some cool stuff about them, but they also really just as you said, they are holding us back a bit.
Oz?
I think they are A,
Wow.
and here's why. They have provided stuff in the past, obviously. They have taken stuff away in the past, but the potential for the future, the amount of space exploration we could get into space from Texas is enormous. We could get a lot of shit going from Texas. So right now, not great. Could be better. But it's getting better because it's slowly converting to blue. People are moving away.
yeah.
Old people are dying. Young people are like, hey, that's not cool.
Yeah, it's
A,
true.
because of the potential.
Yeah, it has been turning purple since I lived there.
I will concede that I would accept it as decent. I will not go higher
Yeah.
than that at this time.
Well, I was going to say, is that a
Yeah.
fair compromise for those
Yeah.
of you who are thinking lower? Is that we move it up to a B?
I think
Yes.
decent.
Yeah, I think
get
it's decent.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I can, and again, that's why I wasn't saying nuke the whole place. There are at least some decent people who are there.
My family is originally from, my dad's side of the family is from Texas. I used to go to a bunch of family reunions there. SpaceX is there now. They're slowly becoming greener. They show promise.
Can I pick one for a hot take here?
Yes.
Sure.
Massachusetts, the hardest state to pronounce, and also it's a garbage place with garbage people.
I think it belongs down in F with
Yeah.
Ohio.
That's what I would say. I would say it's a bottom tier. Well,
All I have to say is H.P. Lovecraft is from there. Man, it sucks.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And man, he was racist.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put that down there.
Wait, we can't destroy it. Wait, the Temple of Satan started there. No, wait, they moved to Rhode Island. We're fine. Yeah, burn it.
What about New York? I happen to actually really like New York State because I've been to northern New York State, but I've never been to New York City. But I can't help but think it is one of the most influential parts of the country. It's like
Very.
that and LA are kind of the staple cities of the US.
Absolutely. I mean, 8 million. I mean, to quote almost you directly, it's the same reason why people enjoy Waterdeep. 8 million stories, a vast city where anything is possible. But also, the economic contributions, the social contributions. People in a whole, literally, people in Tibet know the name New York. That's not a joke. So it is kind of one of the most important states, and New York City is one of the most important cities of all time.
Yeah.
We got some of our most
yeah.
influential gangsters there as well.
If we could,
I'd say it's A tier.
If we could separate Long Island, it would be S tier for me. But Long Island is just one of the worst places in the entire world.
You don't like a Long Island iced tea?
Fair enough.
The Islanders are the worst, and I like the New York Rangers. So there's that.
Hell yeah! Always bringing it back to sports. Hell yeah!
So what are we thinking? A or B?
I think
an A.
I think it's an
I think an A. Yeah, it's a solid state.
And right below
And
it,
a lot of American history is because of New York.
I'm choosing it. Ohio's F.
Ohio.
Have they done anything really good for us in a long while?
But the potential. The potential, Phoenix. If we flood Ohio,
That
we can
practically
fill
getting
it
rid
with
of-
fish. And no more world hunger.
Ooh.
The Columbus Blue Jackets are trash, so I'm okay with throwing them down there.
I think it should be decent because of the potential.
The potential for what? Their
It's
fire, their water being on fire.
The potential for another train to explode.
Yeah.
No. Think of them as a state, not as the actual land itself.
I don't want to. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
I think of them as future farm. You know what? I will say, on a personal note, 3 of my favorite YouTubers come from Ohio, which is the people of Distractable.
Yeah, they had to escape to YouTube to survive.
That's a good point.
Yeah, by that logic, I like North Carolina because that's where the Neebs guys live.
I mean, and that's fair.
Ohio, I'm thinking maybe we pull that up to not an F but a C.
I don't think that we should go to civil war for it. I think we should just let them. The world would be better off.
That's what I'm saying.
It.
A C, yeah.
Yeah.
A C
Sure.
tier.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see.
Potential.
What else? Well, that's why we pulled it out. We pulled it out of the gutter just for you. What about New Jersey? Because I'm not a big fan.
I don't give a shit about New Jersey.
I don't think anybody in New Jersey is a big fan of New Jersey.
Fucking honestly.
Except for
Welcome to the Jersey Shore.
Is that another
Nobody
world would
likes
be a better
New
place
Jersey.
without them?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do.
I don't like them.
No, I like the New
I don't
Jersey
like-
Devils jerseys, but that's about it.
I like their jerseys.
Yeah, it's a devil. It's pretty awesome. It's a
Yeah, that's
badass.
fair.
It's a badass
The
jersey.
Jersey Devil is pretty badass.
I have a request for one of the last ones.
Yeah.
Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
S.
Yeah,
Yes.
gorgeous.
I would.
Yep.
It's gorgeous.
the rain.
It's
Yeah.
home to a bunch of cryptid legends.
Bigfoot. Yeah.
Very true.
Yep.
Bigfoot,
Yeah.
the
Okay with this?
skinwalkers, all of the haunted areas. I think it's beautiful. The weather is great. It's a great place to live, and it's where I'm going to in the future. S.
Yeah, Seattle, Washington is one of the most rising in production of all the states, cities.
I'm good with this.
Yeah, I support it.
And it has the highest quality of life in the entire of the United States.
Nice.
People are able to make a functioning living there.
Yeah.
Well, it is just basically southern Canada, so I'm totally on board. It's just southern
There we go.
BC.
Wait, hang on. Wait a second. What is this? I'm looking at this quality of life ranking, and Florida is 10.
Because remember, all those old
Yeah.
people are getting to live the best time of their life.
Yeah.
Well,
Minnesota is number 2.
The cost of living versus the menial income it's not as bad as a lot of states. So it is more affordable to live in Florida than, say, California or New York or, But yeah, it's,
But yeah, Florida man has to survive somehow.
Do we have?
yep.
Do we have any other strong opinions of any states on here?
I honestly think Rhode Island should go up in either A or S.
Yeah. Rhode
Yes.
Island, Providence, Rhode Island. I will make a trip out there to piss on H.P. Lovecraft's grave, and then also light a small candle in his name at the same time. Because of
Fair enough.
he was a big
light the
contributor to
candle
the
and
man
then-
that I am.
And Family
Light the
Guy.
candle and then piss it out.
Yeah, no, I piss first, and I lay it
okay,
in the
okay.
in the candle in the puddle.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, that's fitting.
No, Rhode Island itself has a wonderfully amazing history of some of the most badass Americans there are. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, the Rhode Island and the Rhode Island sailors would constantly ride out into some of the most dangerous weather with, on average, since the 1800s, a 60% casualty rate over the course of their life out at sea, to provide the widest, vastest amount of fish. It also has some of the oldest buildings still available to this day. Some of the most beautiful vistas are located there. Some of those houses that are there in Providence were there since the literal founding of the country. And some of them predate it. It has some living history. People moved to Providence just so they could LARP as like fucking old people back in olden times, shoot muskets and fire arrows as Algonquin Northerners. Like, it's fucking cool. Like, it's real nerdy. I like it. I like nerds. Rhode Island. Woo.
I think Rhode Island's great, but I don't know that we should give it an S tier. I don't know that it's that special.
Give it an A.
I think an A is reasonable. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, 2 of our S tiers are states that just aren't touching the United States.
I noticed. I know.
As far away as you can get, that's S tier.
I knew it. I'm also gonna say I'm a big fan of Minnesota.
Minnesota?
I like Minnesota.
Also,
it's full of Vikings.
2 of our S
Minnesota
tiers are
Vikings,
also Canada Juniors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our S tier are just South to Canada's.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason for this.
Yeah.
I think we can end it on a strong state, though.
Almost heaven.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and put Minnesota up here while you guys.
I don't have anything
on
against
Nevada?
Minnesota.
I mean, space, aliens, space.
It's also
Area
home to
of
Las
control.
Vegas, though.
Yeah, well, and I've spent a decent amount of time in Nevada, and I have family that lives there. Honestly, it could be a C tier. Like, we might be better off without it.
I mean, they might be better off without them. Like, they can't survive on their own, like in Las Vegas. So, and their hockey team is called the Golden Knights, which is a stupid name, and I hate it. But I can't speak for the rest of Nevada. Only the places where hockey teams are located, really.
My story of Nevada is that we went there with my cousins, because again they were in the military and I was young, and we were going through there, and we stopped at this this hilarious little like alien museum. It was basically like a series of RVs, and these people basically set it up because they're some of them were Trekkies and some of them were just out and out, just plain old fun old nerds with just like different things set up, and you could buy different like little gags and gifts. They have all these like things that were collected of, who really shot JFK? He was shot because of he was gonna share aliens and shit like that. There's all this bonkers, fun, silly things. And there was this card, and I got this card because I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Bear in mind, I was about 9 or 10 at the time. I grabbed this card and it says, I'm an alien, and you got to put your name on it. And it said, so Wyatt was an alien. And it said on it, sex, and it just said the word yes. And I thought that was the funniest fucking thing in my young kid mind. And I looked at my mom and said, I want my name on this. And she's like, and she looked at it. She did not see this. And then she was like, yeah, sure. And then I got it with my money I had, and then I kept laughing. She's like, "Why are you laughing?" She grabbed the card. And she's like, and she just looked at me because I was just giggling like a little fucking idiot. And that's my story of Nevada.
So where do we reside in Nevada?
It's an armpit. It should go.
Okay, we have that opinion.
What are your thoughts, Phoenix? You're the one who brought it up.
Phoenix?
My mic was muted. I think they're decent. I tried saying it was decent like 3 different times before I realized, it's muted.
Okay, so we got a armpit being what, like bottom of the barrel or Florida?
Oh, no. I would say Florida.
Okay.
Florida, Ohio,
Do we have
New Jersey.
any other opinions? Wyatt or
Sex? Yes, that's my opinion.
So decent.
Sex is not the answer. Sex is the question. Yes is the answer.
Sex.
Oz?
Yes.
I don't care. It's whatever.
Boom.
It's Nevada. It's got Las Vegas. It's got other things probably.
Okay, and all these other states don't matter. So if you live there, you're unimportant.
Unimportant.
West Virginia.
No one cares about your Shenandoah River.
Aww.
Fuck your homes, you fucking gnomes. No one gives a shit about North Dakotas, West Virginia, normal Virginia. No one gives a fuck. Fuck your home.
Beautiful.
That is an official message from all of us here from the
No,
Unkind.
no, that's just Wyatt's
Hey,
message.
You can put it on a little shirt, and I probably will. I'll get it laminated on a little name tag, and I'll carry it around. Make sure that everyone knows this is our official belief. And we thank you for tuning in to our hard-pressed nose journalism every week. We literally somehow do this every single fucking week. But we couldn't have done it without you guys out there. So thank you for always tuning in and letting us know that you support us hating whatever state you come from.
Mm-hmm.
Or country, Next time we can always do best and worst country.
Oh God.
Yep.
You
And
know?
Really,
no one feels like it would ruin the channel.
Yeah!
Thanks for watching. And if you're from Florida, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yep, yep.
And remember, if you live in a state that sucks, you can move on up to Canada.
Yeah. Let's all go to Washington.
Yeah, deal. I'll meet you
Sex.
halfway.
I support
Yes.
I can cross the border to say hi.
it. Yeah.
Glorious. All right.
Okay, bye everyone.
Hasta luego.
Adios.
Hail Satan.
I think you got that in. We're done.